All right, so I have not been doing any sort of content creation when it comes to long form in a long time, and thankfully iRacing has released this ExoCross story trailer so that I can continue my dream of becoming the next Jimmy Broadbent. Psych, I'm joking. I will never become Jimmy Broadbent, but I will review this story trailer for you all. If you're interested in this sort of content, let me know in the comments down below. If not, sorry, I'll probably still be doing it, especially when I'm looking for some filler stuff while I am creating new stuff. So let's hop into iRacing's new game that I don't think is released yet, ExoCross, and their story trailer, and let's just pick it apart, shall we?
Some say that racing just hasn't been the same for a while now. We cleaned up the planet, built a healthier and more sustainable.
We did what? What? We cleaned what? Racing is not the same, and we built a new world, healthier and sustainable planet. I mean, this looks cool, right? This looks cool, but why hasn't racing been the same? Is it just because there's no wheels? I mean, I personally would still race this vehicle. Like, it looks like a floating Lamborghini. Like, why not? Right? I mean, I get it. If you're watching this, you're probably into stuff that has rubber. Like, you're not into racing boats or anything like that, or racing planes. But I mean, this is what you got in the future, so you use what you got. That's just my opinion. But anyways, we're here to poke holes into the story, right? So that's what I'm doing. Let's continue.
Society. All great things. But those of us who love racing, well, we lost touch with its spirit.
This is a cool shot. I mean, outside of the logo, which is nice, right? But like the trees, like iRacing is doing a lot better in regards to like their landscape. Now the mountain could probably do some work in my opinion, but I know that's far out there. But like the trees, I always look at like the vegetation, like the grass here, and like the textures to see the graphics. And this is very, very good, I must say.
When personal transportation devices went away and sim racing was all we had left.
Wait. When personal transportation devices went away? Is that what he said? Or did I miss something? I don't know. But, I mean, and then did he say that sim racing went away too? I feel like sim racing would flourish in this sort of environment in the future where there's no racing. And I feel like it would still do well. I don't know. I feel like the story could be definitely a lot better in a sense that like why wouldn't people choose sim racing over this new thing, which likely they'll get to because I keep pausing it. But anyways, I do also think that this little addition here of like the iRacing widgets and stuff, like the relative and the best lap here, you can't really see it, and then like your wheel when you're like turning your wheel, it like shows like that, you know, on that side. Like this is cool. Like if this is in the game, that would be cool, but obviously they're showing it like a sim racing example. But I think that would be cool if that was in the game. I really like these little things. But let's continue.
Cars and tracks didn't connect with us like they used to. That's when someone had the bright idea to send unmanned cars to space. It sounded crazy, but what good idea hasn't at first?
So they're sending these cars to some planet in outer space. Okay. One, the cars have an acquired taste. I personally don't know if I like them or dislike them yet. I feel like it's something that's probably gonna have to grow on me. It looks like an old Family Dollar RC car that you give to like your nephew or something. I mean, I don't know how else to describe what I'm looking at here, but yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. We're going out of space, guys, like Fast and Furious.
And that's how we ended up finding Proteus.
This is cool too. Like, gotta pause it on this shot. Like, this, like, it's not really floating track here, but like with the snow, like that's pretty cool. I think they could have did a little bit better with the color and then the texture of the shadow here, but like ultimately, like this is much better than a lot of stuff that iRacing has done in the past. So I mean, I see some growth, right? But the story, I'm still struggling on with the storyline. Sorry.
The planet that became a racing playground. It wasn't long after we got to Proteus that we got some cars and tracks up and working. And ExoCross was
Okay, so cars and tracks. Does that mean that we will see other vehicles? Because all I'm seeing is this like weird RC car that we're sending out into space that people can drive. It would be nice to see something with some curves, some nice something to look at. I mean, a lot of us who are into cars, like, yes, we're into the racing, but we're also into like how it looks. I don't know why we are, but we are. And if I have to look at this, I know most people don't look at the vehicle when they're driving, but if I have to look at this vehicle all the time, I will probably throw up. I think the verdict is in for me. I don't like it. I'm sorry, I don't like it. But maybe somebody else likes it. But a different car would be great. Okay, let's keep going.
born. And soon, a new generation of stars emerged.
Okay, pausing it here. Just looking at this, do you guys think that this is AI? Like who? Karn? What? HH? I mean, she has all her digits, and the rest of the guys here are hiding them. I mean, I don't know. Could be AI, but I mean, AI wouldn't do this good. I feel like I don't know. I've been questioning a lot going on now since everything's AI, but okay. So sure, this is a new league, I guess. Is ExoCross. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going.
They found their fame on the backs of the wildest racing imaginable.
That's cool. I'm glad I was able to pause it, but this is cool. And one thing I want to say, like, I know I'm hating on the story, but I did give iRacing some praise on like the graphics, right? We touched on that, but iRacing also does a wonderful job when it comes to their physics. I think personally they have the best physics engine. That's why you see people like Jimmy Broadbent and like Suelo, I think that's how you say his name. Both like pretty prominent YouTubers and pretty prominent iRacing gamers hop right over to IRL racing and do amazing work because the physics is there. And it's kind of being shown here as well with this vehicle sort of leaning on the side. And I know you can see this from like other sims and stuff, but unless you've tried out like Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa, BeamMG, and like all of the other sims, and then tried iRacing, then you'll see sort of like what I'm talking about when it comes to like perfecting the simulation of racing in specific. I think iRacing does a great job at that. So maybe this game is like a testing ground for new physics. That would be pretty cool if that's the case. I personally don't know, right? But I think that would be a good use case for this game because I don't know who exactly they're targeting with this. Because typical sim racers are going to want to race things that they could potentially race IRL. And then you have like the gamer like race, like arcade race style drivers that might like this, but then if it's too realistic, it might like scare them away. So I don't know, right? I don't know who this is for, but let's keep going.
But once you've experienced ExoCross, there's no turning back.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't know if I have any more to say. They didn't really elaborate too much on the story. They kind of talked about it in the first 20 seconds, and then they were talking about like the cars that they'll have and like, you know, once you experience this, you'll never go back, blah blah blah. But I do like here that they're showing where it's going to be. So I don't understand PS4 because isn't that sort of sunsetting, like going away? PS5, understandable. There is a PS6 coming out. I don't know when, but you know, hopefully it's there too. It's pretty much on everything but Nintendo stuff. So sorry for all my Nintendo fans. I don't see any like Switch or anything else here for you all, but it is on Steam, which is cool. So that means it's on the PC. But I don't know. Like, tell me what you think, guys. I think that this one is a toss up. I really hope iRacing didn't spend a whole bunch of R&D on this because I don't know how well it's going to be. Because again, their target audience is typically hardcore sim racers. So then when you release an arcade like game like this, it's going to be really tough to sell. But anyways, again, you guys tell me what you think in the comments below, and stay tuned for the video that I'm working on, and I will talk to you later. Peace.